do you believe that Jerry Jones just made here?
When I look at it, I don't know if I can call it a Jerry Jones mistake, because this I see, and I think that people out here need to understand, sometimes things get done before they get done. And I believe this was one of those situations. I think it's more of a mistake on Dalvin Cook's part. Dallas' rushing attack is 14th, ranked 14th with only 111 yards rushing, while the Ravens already ranked first with 159-yard rushing.
Yep.
If you're trying to tell people that you're still valuable, then it's about the impact that you'll have in the playoffs to the team that you're going to. You can't take the Ravens higher than the number 1 rushing team in the National Football League. They're already there. So no matter what you go do, the other 31 teams, as you like to, they're going to say, well, what was your impact? What was your impact? You know, they were already number 1. Now, if he'd gone to Dallas and solidified that rushing game, played on that stage and made a difference, he could have revived his whole career, revived at least interest in him going forward. That's all he's trying to do in these playoffs right now so he can get a deal next year. I can't say it's a poor move on Jerry's part. I think this deal got done before he got released. That's how he got moved over so quickly. And I think it's a poor decision on Dalvin Cook's part. Why and how are you going to prove your worth when they are already where they are rushing? How can you tell these other teams that you have an impact? He only rushed 6 or 7 attempts this year.
Yeah.
214 yards with 0 TDs. That's on your way out if you lead those stats without going somewhere to leave an impact. And that's the surprising part. Jerry, no. Dalvin Cook, yeah, that was a poor decision on Dalvin Cook's part.
So you're saying nobody claimed him because everybody assumed he was going to be a Raven?
I would imagine that nobody claimed him or something other than he wanted.
Or he told
a lot of
somebody,
times,
I don't want to play for you.
Right.
His agent probably sent that smoke signal out there.
They know. There's a lot going on that I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but you know what I'm saying. People talk. Agents are hanging out with GMs, having drinks. They just kind of talk.
Yeah, they do talk, and you talk a lot too, and so does Skip and myself and everybody else.
Right.
Mr. Skip Bayless.
Yes,
so
sir.
we ain't under some rules.
You went to Vanderbilt to get a very, very fine education. It's like a championship.
It's the best school in America.
It's one of the best schools in America.
Not one of, it is the.
You saw the University of Miami and Howard Schnellenberger and them do their deal, and you said, man, I think I'm going to stay home. I'm going to do that because I'm going to win a national championship with the ugly number 47 on, but I'm going to be the guy. All those things. Then you go on to the Dallas Cowboys as their prized possession, their pick at the receiver position. Jimmy Johnson, they open up the gates of heaven and allow Jimmy Johnson to come down from the skies and win Super Bowls and everything, right? Because that's what you live for, Michael. Championships. You wouldn't be Michael Irvin without a championship. You still be Mike. You still be Mike. But you wouldn't be Michael Irvin, the playmaker, without a Super Bowl.
Right.
So as I tried to explain to you and you yesterday about Dalvin Cook, and I think we got the side here so that I could refresh your memory about what I said yesterday's show. He has a better chance to get a Super Bowl ring with the Baltimore Ravens than he does with the Dallas Cowboys. But you are a pass-first team.
We are.
You throw to set up the run, okay, versus running to set up the throw, which is a little different in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So if I'm looking at it and I'm him, I might be looking at the Ravens a little harder if they're interested. So what I said yesterday comes ringing true today. Because you said, you're talking about money. Oh, he's got the money. He done made plenty of money, man. It's about chasing a ring. And if I'm a running back or I'm a player that has the ability to help a team and get my ring, I'm not looking at statistics. And I can show enough in 3 playoff games to convince a team, if it's not my team that I win the Super Bowl with in the Baltimore Ravens, to re-sign me and put me back on the team for another year or two, because the big money is over with for Dalvin Cook. The big money's gone. It is. It's gone. He'll be a veteran minimum guy with some incentives moving forward. He is chasing a ring. And as I told you yesterday, CJ2K, on my pod about a week or so ago, I asked him a simple question. What quarterback in the National Football League today would you want to play with? It wasn't Russell Wilson. It wasn't Patrick Mahomes. It was Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Because it allows running backs to do what they need to do to show their ability. You say, well, they're at the top running game. He can't enhance that. Well, he ain't trying to enhance it. He's trying to be a part of something that he sees getting ready to deliver a Super Bowl, much like his Super Bowl pick. And when I say him, I'm talking about Skip Bayless, picked the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. He didn't pick the Dallas Cowboys. He picked the Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl. The same thing that Dalvin Cook did. Now I'll jump to Skip. We didn't need him. Every time somebody doesn't pick the Dallas Cowboys, y'all don't need them. You didn't need Randy Gregory. Then all of a sudden, you didn't need Shaq Leonard. You don't need Dalvin Cook. But when it came up originally, it was like, well, yeah, we can use him. We can do this. But now y'all don't need him because he decided he didn't want to play for you. Come on now, which one is it? Do you need help in the running game? Or do you not need help in the running game?
I wanted Dalvin Cook.
No, I ain't Skip. Yeah, I just want to know which one is it. Because clearly y'all don't run the ball well. Tony Pollard is not Christian McCaffrey, as you predicted.
Keyshawn Johnson, I could pull back and pull up lots of sound on tapes, lots of sots of me telling you I told you so. Because all I heard from you, Kevin Byard, the Eagles got Kevin Byard. It's going to put them right back in business. They lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but they got Kevin Byard. They got Kevin Byard. And I'm saying, I don't care about Kevin Byard. That defense is flawed. I told you that when they were 10-1. And then Shaq Leonard, Dallas made a big mistake. I said he can't play. Indy just said they flat out, they benched him, they deactivated him, and they cut him because he's coming off 2 back surgeries, and they said he's not what he used to be.
Games. In one of the games, he balled out, and in the other game, he didn't play so well.
Ball out. They yanked him from the second game. They pulled him out.
The first game, he balled.
All right, but he has made no difference.
He's been there 2 weeks.
Okay, but stop it. Just stop it.
2 weeks.
It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I did pick Baltimore, and they do have the best rushing attack in football. It's who they are. It's their lifeblood. It's their DNA. And they did lose J.K. Dobbins, and they lost Keaton Mitchell, and they still got Gus Edwards, and they still got Justice Hill. And listen, Melvin Gordon looked pretty good coming off their practice squad. He can still play. I think Melvin Gordon will be more effective than Dalvin Cook will be right now because when I watch the Jets, and I watched them a whole lot, he never caught my eye. He is on the downside. To your point, I hope he revives the. I don't want to see anybody have to just fade into the sunset. But that position, beyond any position in football, you hit the wall. And when you hit it hard. I think Zeke hit the wall hard. Could we have used him here and that? Sure, we could have this year, but not at any kind of price or at the expense of carries of these other younger, stronger backs to me. So I look at what we're doing. And this, I told you, I first guessed this yesterday. I said, Jerry will not pursue Dalvin Cook. He does not do that. That's not his MO. He builds it from the ground up. He goes for what he knows, what they drafted. You see what they've been doing lately?
If you don't fix your running game, you're not going to win in the playoffs.
They went and got Lyle Collins back because he was ours. We picked him.
That was important.
It was important. He's on the practice squad, and they're trying to get him ready, right?
He knows the offense.
And watch, he might just have a little impact here because I think he can still play.
He will.
And then we went yesterday and we got up off his couch. Damian Wilson, remember him? He started for 4 years at linebacker, and then he went to Seattle. He went to Seattle and Carolina and started. What was the other team he was on? I wrote it down. Jacksonville. He was in Jacksonville and Carolina, and he's had off the field. He had a couple of big arrests and issues, and so he was on his couch this year. But he knows the system. Watch him contribute a little bit down the stretch. It's who they know because they drafted him in the 4th round out of Minnesota. So the point is, they even went, this is almost a Jerry, like, in-your-face move. They went and got this kid off the Seattle practice squad named Sir Roderick Thompson. I remember him from Texas Tech. He's in Irving. He's out of Irving, Texas. But The point is, they went and signed him and put him, he's a running back, and put him on the practice squad yesterday because they're saying, we're good. Because remember Malik Davis? I don't know what happened to him. He's still on the practice squad. I thought last year he was pretty good. Will he get some carries down the stretch? I don't know.
So you'd rather have a dude off the practice squad that took from Seattle, that couldn't get no run in Seattle, and you're telling me you'd rather have that than Dalvin Cook?
What I would
Dalvin Cook don't have fresh legs?
Well,
who hadn't been playing all year long?
Dalvin doesn't have fresh legs.
He does not?
Not like these younger
Oh,
guys.
man, come on, man.
No, he does.
Michael.
Keyshawn.
Y'all.
No.
He did not play this year.
That still doesn't mean he doesn't have fresh. He still doesn't have fresh legs. He's an older running back.
Yeah.
That
is true, but they decided Breece Hall was their guy. They drafted Breece Hall. So they were going to let Breece Hall, after that big run, they was going to let Breece Hall play. Dalvin Cook didn't get the opportunity.
Hey, he gets 67 carries, and he averaged 3 yards a carry.
Your running back been carrying the ball a lot, and you want to start talking about his rush average is 26th in the league.
Okay, but
there's only 32 teams.
And that's why I said if Dalvin Cook had gone over there and you see any kind of raise, you'd have been talking about it like, I don't know, what Dalvin Cook, what he has done for the Dallas Cowboys.
No, that's what you want.
Dalvin Cook has earned some money on the way he's playing. These are the things you would be saying. These are the things everyone would be saying because everyone understands the void of the run game for the Dallas Cowboys. Dalvin Cook lost an opportunity, and I would have told my agent.
So you're going to lose an opportunity to win a Super Bowl with a team that's probably, between them and the Niners, I really haven't looked at the odds right now, but
yeah, they're the favorites.
They're the favorites, right? Yeah. So if I'm going to a team that's favored and a chance to win a Super Bowl with a quarterback that gives me an opportunity to showcase my skills, maybe it's not 30 carries, maybe it's 15 carries a game.
I'm not even sure you could get that.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the opportunity is greater in Baltimore, Michael, than it is in Dallas. You want him in Dallas to help a run game, but your run game ain't necessarily the running back's problems all the time. Sometimes you got to fix the offensive line.
Agreed.
That's why they went out and signed Lyle Collins.
Yep.
They didn't just get him because he know the system. They got him because he can help them mold people in the running game.
And by the way, in a break a couple of weeks ago, I heard you guys talking about what happened to Lyle Collins. Didn't you bring that up?
Yeah, I did. I just because he was in Cincinnati.
I don't know. Like, what happened?
And he started out so well, playing well. He did. He really did. And hopefully he'll pull back on some of those days. It didn't end well.
But I think y'all completely wrong on this. Dalvin Cook doesn't have anything left in the tank. I
didn't say he doesn't have anything.
I'm saying.
I said
I'm talking about Skip.
I said he would have been more effective and it would have been more pronounced had he done it in Dallas than he did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, why? Because he could clean off the star with his elbow on the side of the helmet.
Yeah, and he can clean off. He can shine his own star up because he wants to still remain a star.
What
makes a great athlete is he didn't listen the first time, and he's not listening this time. His greatest asset becomes his greatest liability. We're saying, or people may be telling him he can't play, but he didn't listen to you the first time, and he's not listening now. Dalvin Cook still wants to prove he can play. The opportunity was in Dallas.
So if opportunity was in Dallas as well as Baltimore, and he picked Baltimore just like a lot of other people had Dallas, nobody's picked Dallas except Martavius Bryant. He's the only one that picked Dallas. Everybody else going everywhere else. You keep talking about, Michael, you keep saying
this will be the last time we talk about Dalvin Cook.
You keep saying opportunities. I'm not going to a team that is probably, I ain't going to say probably, going to be home after the division when I can go to a team and play in the Super Bowl and rush for whatever in the Super Bowl and put millions of eyeballs on me in a Super Bowl opposed to the Dallas Cowboys that may be one and done.
I don't believe that.
Doing that.
Kiki, there's a difference between getting a ring and you giving the rings. When you start in the whole movie of getting a ring, you said, boy, you gave people a ring. When you're coming off the bench, you just got a ring. Somebody
understand that.
There's a difference. And I'm telling you, in Baltimore, he may get a ring. In Dallas, he would have been a part of getting that ring. He would have been the one that helped go and get it. He would have been a difference maker in the run game.
Who's favorite to go to the Super Bowl and win it?
Okay.
It ain't the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, I understand that.
Okay,
So how
Keyshawn, he just became the fourth string back for Baltimore.
No. I don't think he became. I think he became a back that has a bye week that they gonna get to put in and implement into the offense.
Right,
now he's going to get
last time we talked about Dalvin Cook.
Okay, you're right. But if you're right about this, if Dalvin Cook is still a Pro Bowl back, and
I didn't say he was a Pro Bowl back.
Well, he was last year,
but
just a year ago.
It doesn't mean because he don't go to a Pro Bowl that he's not effective.
But let's just say Jerry did want him, and he said yes to Dallas, and he came in and just took over and became the lead back going to the Super Bowl for America's team.
Right.
Are you kidding me? You want to talk about repolishing your reputation.
Right.
Or vice versa, go to the Dallas Cowboys and be home while Baltimore Ravens is still moving along.
Yeah. No, hey.
You're like everybody else with Dalvin Cook. You don't believe in him. So why
wouldn't I believe? I do believe in him. I believe going to the best system.
You're saying go grab a coattail and ride on a ring. Don't go anywhere you can make a difference and earn a ring somewhere proud and you can hold that thing up and say, look at what I earned. No, go over here, sit on the bench, be the fourth string back, and they'll hand you a ring also. You won't even remember Dalvin Cook.
I'm going where they're going to run the football and utilize me and my skill set opposed to a pass-happy offense with an offensive line that I don't know what five starters is going to start week to week.
Because they need a run game. If Dalvin Cook come fill that void, everybody.
If they needed a run game, they'd have kept Zeke way back when.
Yeah. And by the way, you made a great point. Lamar's from Miami. You're from Fort Lauderdale. But Dalvin went to Miami Central High School.
I told y'all yesterday that Florida thing was going to connect that anyway.
It will.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.